My name is Emily Green, and I grew up in a very small town in Texas. My family was poor, very poor. We lived in a tiny house with a broken roof. Sometimes we had food, sometimes we didn't. I always dreamed of a better life. A big house, new clothes, a life without fear, hunger, or stress. But dreams felt far away, until the day everything changed. That day, I met Mr. William Carter. William Carter was 73 years old, a very rich man. Everyone knew him, the biggest businessman in the city. He came to my workplace, a small cafe. I served him coffee. "You have a kind smile," he said. "No one smiles at me anymore." I laughed politely. Old men always talked kindly. But next day, he came again, and again, and again. Finally, he said, "Emily, I am old and lonely. Would you like to join me for dinner?" I knew he was rich, very rich, and I knew I was tired of being poor. So I said, "Sure, why not?" We had many dinners. He bought me gifts. He helped my family with money. One night, he looked into my eyes and said, "Emily, will you marry me?" My heart jumped. Marry? A 73-year-old man? I was only 23. But then I imagined a mansion, luxury, no more struggle. My brain whispered, "Say yes. This is your chance." And I did. I said, "Yes, William, I will marry you." Suddenly my life changed. I moved into William's giant mansion. I had a personal driver, a cook, a swimming pool, a private gym, everything people dream about. But inside my heart, something felt empty. At night, William slept early. I sat alone in the huge living room, feeling like a guest in someone else's life. One day, his daughter Olivia visited. She shouted at me, "You married my father for money. You're a gold digger." I stayed quiet, because deep inside, maybe she was right. One day, the mansion gardener came to fix the roses. His name was Ethan Hale. He was 25, young, handsome, friendly. We talked and talked and talked. For the first time in months, I felt alive. He made me laugh. He made me smile. He made me feel young again. And that scared me, because I was married. One evening, William became very sick. Doctors came to the house. I held his hand. He whispered, "Emily, I know why you married me, but it's okay. You gave me company in my last days. Thank you." My heart broke. He wasn't angry. He wasn't blind. He knew everything. But he still treated me with kindness. Tears fell from my eyes. At that moment, I felt like the worst person alive. After 2 weeks, William passed away peacefully. His lawyer opened the will. Everyone expected he would give everything to his children, but instead he said, "William Carter leaves 60% of his wealth to his wife, Emily Green Carter." His children shouted. They cried. They called me names. But William had decided. He trusted me more than them. I became a millionaire in one day. But I didn't feel happy. Not even a little. Ethan came to see me. He said, "Emily, now you're rich. We can be together. We can travel the world." Something felt wrong. Then one morning, I heard Ethan talking on the phone. "Yeah, bro, she's stupid. She fell for me. I will marry her, take her money. Then I'm out." My whole body froze. I couldn't breathe. He wasn't in love with me. He was in love with the money. Just like I married William for money, Ethan wanted to marry me for money. Life had come full circle. Ethan came to me that evening. Emily, will you? I cut him off. Ethan, I heard everything. He looked shocked. I continued. You wanted my money, just like I wanted William's money. We are the same. He tried to explain, but I walked away. I felt strong. For the first time in my life, I chose myself. Months passed. I donated half of the money to build a free school in my town, a place for kids like me, who grew up with nothing. I fixed my family's home. I helped my mother. I helped the town. I kept nothing for luxury, but I kept everything for peace. One day, I visited William's grave and whispered, I married you for wealth, but you left me with wisdom. Thank you. And I walked away, a better person than I had ever been. Not every story starts perfectly, and not every decision is right, but every mistake teaches us something. Emily didn't find love, but she found herself. And sometimes, that is the greatest treasure. Before you go, make sure to subscribe to the channel. New emotional stories are coming every day, and I don't want you to miss any of them.